Everything's good. Spent 9 hours in that game, apparently. Really? 9 hours? It doesn't seem like it would be 9 hours. Let me go back. Let me zoom in. Ultra zoom. 9:05. It has been 9 hours. And it was on hard difficulty, apparently. Alright. Hard difficulty. Alright, the loading is really fast. Let's go. Let's see what I was up to last time. I was saving up money, specifically. Oh, God. Going from my really advanced field to this. What was I doing? I bought no fields so far. I did plant everything in the default ones. I planted grass, I planted corn. It looks like I was cutting grass. Yeah, I cut grass, and now I finished windrowing it. I'm collecting it, and I'm gonna place it down in the silage biogas plant. I have some 1,500 liters or so. I'm gonna put that in. I already have some covered up. That's very good. I can't believe I messed up that corner. Okay. Turning into it. Now, if I turn the automatic help on, I can see how much I have in here. That's it. 15, 14. Very little. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna leave this here. Turn slowly. I'm just gonna see how much is in here. 0%. It doesn't tell me the amount, of course. Okay, I have a potato planter. I don't know why. I didn't plant any potatoes. But I have one. I have a single lawnmower. I forgot the name of this. Plow. Okay. Let's see. It looks like I cut grass and now it has regrown. So what I'm going to do is scout around and see where there's stuff to do. So it looks like I cut grass everywhere. Yeah, it's all ready to go. So I'm gonna dump these things here. Teleport back to base. I have one lawn mowing machine. Let's go back to base and hook up a couple of mowers. There should be a mower nearby here. There, and is that the only one? What do I own? These are necessary, kind of. I have all the seeders necessary. Kind of. I got 2 of these. Where's the other one? I guess it was here as well. Alright. With this beast of burden here. Let me hook it up. I don't remember if I have a front loader. No. Okay, I'm doing only mowing missions. It's been a minute since I played this. Or this save file. I was playing this earlier today. Not the save file, the game. Alright, so I'm gonna cut grass. I think the best option is to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also... Let me check how much debt I have. I should have a vehicle near a... I don't. A vehicle near the bank. What's it called? ATM. I'll drive this over there. There's some chance I won't need this anymore. I I guess I can plow part of a like pathway and then use up this amount of seed. I could probably do that. Let me park it over here. Yeah, where's the plow? The plow is way over there. Okay. I'll pick up the plow. So, oh crap. Alright, so I'm going to plow a bit of pathway and then use up the remaining seed. That way I can sell the cedar, which won't cost me additional money per day, I think. That's the cost, right? $5 a day for maintenance. That's not that bad. I don't have to do this, but I kind of want to. Alright, I did plant potatoes, okay. I planted corn here and a little patch of potatoes. Okay. This is fine. I just need to find another random piece of land where I can... I'm gonna turn the volume down. Okay. Another random piece of land where I can plant some freaking grass or something. Wheat. I could probably put wheat. The best option is probably put barley, because I don't have any of that. Okay. I could probably plow this area over here. So I'm thinking of getting animals, and then that's it really. Just letting time go forward. Speed time up a bit. I want to get rid of my debt before I do that, but I might be not. That might be impossible. I'll have to see. I'm just gonna plow this area first. Right there. Stop. Turn it. All right. Lawnmower thing got in the way. Just big wide turn. All right, and go. Yeah, I know. Don't exceed cruise control level 1. But that's so slow. So I'm gonna go to level 2 for a couple seconds and then bring it back down. Now I'm hoping this is enough area, because I'm abandoning this. Let me check how much debt I have. That's the helpline. That's not an ATM. That's for like tips on how to actually play the game. I kind of read all of those already. I do have a mission though, so I'm gonna go complete that. These things I'm attaching are lawnmowers. Or mowers, I suppose. They cut grass. And they also look like they can decapitate. Not decapitate, but like cut someone's knees off. Let me check my stats. I have 3 cows. I fed them grass. So they're producing something. No sheep yet. 300 chickens. The one rooster was already there. So far I've collected no eggs. I have, or not yet in this gameplay. I have 48 eggs in my backpack. It's been 9 minutes since I started. Okay. I'm surprised I haven't bought any sheep yet. Because I have everything I need to take care of sheep. Except one thing. So like I have a way to feed them. I can feed them grass. And that's all they need really. After like a while, they produce wool. Each individual sheep will produce wool at a certain rate. I forget what that rate is. But it's like something per liter of grass. So you basically just feed them a bunch. The game will calculate it for you. It won't tell you any numbers or anything. it'll just say like when you fill their feeding thing with grass, it'll say like there's enough grass in here to feed the sheep for 6 days, and that's when you stop, or at least it won't let you fill it anymore, unless you buy more sheep, or they eat it. And the sheep only cost around 200, I believe. I don't remember. Might be different because this is hard mode. The sheep might cost a bit more. Alright, careful turns. This is so much slower than the thing I'm used to. Earlier today I was playing this version of the game, except I was in my really advanced world. I made $1 million, or like million and a half, blah, in that single playthrough. And I spent some of it on this thing, the wind energy converter, 1,200,000 it cost, or 1,200,000. It's great because it only cost one slot. This one only produces 1,000 an hour though. In my version, I guess it must have been easy mode or something, cause or my other save, it produces 4,000 an hour. Yeah. So sheep cost how much exactly? 200. These are the same. The prices for these are the same. They cost 2,000 in every amount, in every difficulty. They always cost 200. Okay. So I have a bunch of sheep already. I still don't know what my debt is. So I'm going to use up the seed in this seeder, this sowing machine, and then see what I can do. Let's get some barley up in here. All I have to do is lower it. It plants on its own. Look at that. Beautiful. Follow the lines. Just follow the lines. It's already 3:55 in the afternoon in the game. Around 21-ish, I think. That's when the game starts, like, the sky starts getting dark. Like, actually, really pretty. But after a while, after like midnight, it gets pretty dark. Especially in the farming simulator. Not in this one, but in the other map, in the American map, you can stand like the middle of a field, and it's big enough that you can't really see the edges. Especially if you grow something on there, like corn or whatever. And if you stand there in the middle of the night, it gets pretty creepy. Alright, I used up all the seed. That is fine. I can put potatoes or something else there. I'll just leave the seeder here. I'm gonna run into this car. Goddamn Europeans. Nice. My mom saw me drive a couple times, and I was like driving on the hill and stuff. She called me crazy. I'll go this way. There's no one here. Who's gonna stop me? Nice trees they got though. Alright, stop it. I am maxed out in debt. Amazing. Okay, what can I do about this? Well, to be more efficient, I should probably use these mowers. I can afford to get another pair, so I think I will. And then I can just do some mowing. So let's move this guy over. I don't really need the other mowers, the Coon. I don't need that anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot to adjust my battery on the computer. It's at normal mode, that's gonna die. I need it to be on battery saver. Just give me a second. I accidentally like right clicked on it and it's loading something up. Battery? You okay? You good, dog? Alright, there it goes. Alright. Come on, I clicked away already. It's lagging for no reason. Right. Teleport that away. And this away. There they are. I should also refuel. So I'm just gonna put this on. That yellow thing is called a PTO. A power take off. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Because it has like a spinning part in it. I'm guessing the inside has like a metal bar that spins. And the yellow thing is like made to protect you. So if you accidentally touch it, you don't like rip yourself apart. But I don't really understand how that spinning motion generates power. But it does. It like powers whatever you attach to it. Meaning these lawnmower things I can do this. Yeah. Anyway, I unfolded these guys. I don't want to spend too much money on fuel right now. Just gonna make it over. I should have checked the map. Yeah, I'll make it over to the top left corner. Northeast. Northwest, I mean. Field 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's it. Mow them down. If I had a bit more money, I could probably buy a beekeeping house. It would not pay for itself for like a month or like 22 days or something. But afterwards, it would start generating a profit. I'm not sure how much per day, but it's something. Sometimes all you need is just something. Anything. Sometimes I light a candle and hold on to it barehanded and then wait for the wick to go all the way down to my fingers just so I could feel something. Anything. Anyway. This thing's cutting, right? Hang on. I gotta check the menu. Yeah, both of them say turn off. That means they're on. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Especially when the volume is so low for me. I'm gonna go to 30. Can't be that loud. Also today, oh awesome, I'm right next to this. Today is April 21st, 2023. Crap. What do you call it? I didn't realize yesterday when I did the stream, I was like all over the place and not being able to focus. And coincidentally, it was also April 20th. Which, to basically every single high school throughout America, is the day when most of the students, especially like the cool kids or whatever, are absent. And that's because they skip school to go like smoke weed or something. If they're kind of stupid or whatever, they will do it like at school or behind the school. I also yawned right now, and my throat is killing me because I have to cough. Oh my god, that does not get better. Anyway. I can at least talk now, I think. Eyes are watery, damn. But yeah, that happens. Basically every time. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. But I thought it was a little funny and coincidental that I was having trouble like thinking properly. And it was that date. I had nothing to do with it, I swear. And I'm actually serious that time. Normally when I say stuff like, I swear, I'm kidding. Not this time. I was literally just like randomly what's it called? Distracted, I guess. Alright, this is good. I'm cutting down a bunch of grass here. There's already some on the floor, which does make it hard to tell what part is mowed and which isn't. But that's good because as long as there's some on the ground, it'll keep adding up. I think I already got this part. Yeah, I'm gonna switch over. Alright, I'm gonna speed up, lift this boy up, and go to the mission. Because it will actually despawn if I'm not in a hurry. Let's lift this up a bit more. That's fine. This thing is not very fast. I mean, it's a lot faster than my other options. But it maxes out at 27. A little faster is the Ursus, and a lot of other vehicles, they go up to 32. The fastest one is 38, I think. And that is both the Magnum 340, that's the name of it, the big red tractor, and the big green tractor called the Deutsche Farm 380 or something, TTV, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's supposed to be Deutsche, but that sounds weird, and I'm a bit of a barbarian, so I call it Deutz. That's how I always thought about how it sounds like in my head. But these mowers might get in the way. They're fine. Just don't dump them in the ocean. Alright, tossing them that way. Okay. The area near this mission where I am right now is already mown. Or, yeah, mown. That's funny. Like M-O-W-N. It has been cut by a lawn mower, so it has been mown. I threw that chair in the water by accident. I don't remember when. I kind of remember it happening. Anyway. I made a sort of discovery for myself. Something I wouldn't have thought of doing. Buying coffee flavored ice cream. See, I really like coffee flavored ice cream, but I would only get it on special occasions, such as I am with my family and we're out, like on a Sunday or something. Coincidentally, at an ice cream store, La Michoacana, or something like that. And if I were to order ice cream, I would prefer coffee flavored, as well as maybe some chocolate. Like they got different types of chocolate, right? They got the dark one, the hot chocolate flavored chocolate. I know. The regular one. Depending where you go, some like English speaking places might even have like a vegan stuff, which is a bit different because they use like almond milk instead of regular milk, like cow's milk. So it does taste a bit like, I wouldn't say creamier, almost a bit more sour. It's not really a bad thing. It's just different. It's like pizza. It's not really a bad one. There could be, but that's not like objectively bad. It's just not what you're in the mood for. They're all good. It all depends on your mood. What are you in? What are you in the mood for? But at ice cream places, like 3 scoops or like the big cup or however they sell it to you by weight. I don't know. It depends how much. It depends on a lot of things, where you are and everything. But it could be like $5, $6, $7, which is substantial. And for that amount of money, you can buy like not just regular like coffee ice cream, premium ice cream, like the fancy stuff. You could buy that for that amount of money. Like a good amount, like a bucket, you know? Like a pint or quart or whatever container it comes in. The medium sized container. Not like the single serving one that has enough for like one person. No. This thing has enough for like 3 times a single person. The single person can eat from it like 3, 4, 5 times. Unless they pig out. But it's a lot for like $5, $6, or $7. If you're lucky, you might even find it for 4. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm on the search for. And I know where to get one. Where to get ice cream like that, because I got it from there before. At that store. And I can't really go there on my own. I can, but it is a journey. It is quite a journey for me and my vehicle, which is my scooter. I could kick my way over there in like half an hour. If I don't like overstress myself, I'll go maybe 45 minutes to an hour to get there. It's a journey. And that's assuming there's not like a bunch of cars in the way and stuff. And the weather is nice. When I get there, I might be sweaty. That's kind of an issue. But the biggest issue is returning. If it's hot out, that thing's gonna melt. I'm not gonna be able to keep it from melting with like outside in an hour. No. I can't bring it home. I'm gonna have to come prepared with like a lunchbox with ice in it and then put it in there or something. Just to put the strap on me and go. As fast as I can, I'm on my way home. Unless I like take the bus or something on the way home. Which should be faster. So there's a solution to this. My cousin. He needs to go to the same general area on Monday. I didn't like come up with a deal with him or anything. But we can fairly assume that I'm gonna go with him. I don't know what time, probably in the morning, around 10 in the morning. And I'm gonna look for my ice cream. There's some other stuff around that I would be interested in looking at. But he doesn't want to stick around there in that area for a while. He doesn't like it. He does have, like, entertainment in his car. But I don't know. It's up to him. His feelings. I don't think he just wants to, like, sit around in the parking lot. Even if he's entertained. So, I'll probably just go in the store, get my stuff, and get out. You know, as it's supposed to be. My other cousin, I don't know what she's looking for, but she wants to go too. I think she has an appointment for something. I don't know any details about it. It looks like we'll be busy for at least Monday morning. It's been a while since I've gone running, and I'm kind of keeping my eye on the clock. So I can go out today to go running. I was going to shower right before, well, before streaming, like tonight, right now. But I might as well run before I do it. Save a little bit on the soap and stuff. Yeah, I can start paying this off now, or I could buy sheep, which would produce some money afterwards. I don't know if they would produce enough money to pay off the debt though. And to buy a lot of sheep. Okay, where am I? I'm right here. Alright. Okay. So I'm done with field 5 and this one's 4. Up next is the long one over there, field 3. That one I'm also almost done with. I need like one more pass. One more go around. And then it's the big field, field 1. Field 2 is kind of fun. It reminds you of a soccer field. Alright. There's a big patch of grass right here. I could U-turn and collect it. The good thing is I also have my windrower over here on this side. So I don't have to teleport back home. I could just drop this stuff, pick it up, and get to work. Anyway. There's 2 other things I want to buy as well, which I don't think will be sold at this store. It's like a grocery store. I want to buy a butterfly net and a CO2 canister. And I think you can guess why. But the CO2 canister, I mean like the one for paintball guns. Something of that size. I'm not really sure of the size. I don't have a paintball gun. Or like a BB gun. But they sell CO2 canisters that are pretty small. And if you modify the valve, so the way the gas exits into like a hose, something that can be controlled easily and let out a very small amount at a time, then it can do this. I would be able to capture an insect, put it in some other container, and then in that container it'll be like alien containment basically. You put it in there and then you put the CO2 hose in there and let off a very small amount, and eventually the insect, as it breathes through its skeleton and skin and stuff, doesn't really have skin, but you know, as it breathes in the CO2, it'll get drowsier and sleepier, and eventually I'll sedate it and it would not move. It would be knocked out. Once I do that, I can pick it up with anything, with my fingers, with tweezers, whatever, and put it underneath the microscope. And I could have a look at it and take notes on it, take drawings on it. Basically, do scientific work on it. I could give it different substances. I could give it water with salt, water with sugar, with different amounts of these things to see if it has preferences. And then other stuff like coffee, tea, expose it to these things in a controlled environment. That way I could learn a couple of things, such as some pests, they like to get into compost. So we all know what compost is. It's when you put up all your scraps and food and stuff that you don't want anymore, and you put it in a pile outside. or in a box. Hopefully with worms or something in there to break it down. Otherwise, it would break down on its own. It generates a lot of heat and smell. And some pests like rats or raccoons or insects are attracted to that, and they will go in and mess up your yard or mess up your house or whatever. So I read that you can place coffee grounds. I don't know if they have to be used up or not, but like just regular coffee, it's ground up. Sprinkle it around the compost, and the smell of it will deter these pests from showing up. I need to test that, maybe on a couple cockroaches or something. Put coffee in their container, and then when they wake up, see if they go to eat it or if they like go away from it, and see if it makes a difference whether the coffee is dry or wet. Does it matter if it has milk in it or sugar? Like, do they just eat the sugar and leave the coffee alone? Do they eat everything? All these questions. Once I have all this data, I can better understand how to prevent these rodents and pests and stuff. Well, probably not rodents. But how to prevent cockroaches from going near you. Because there's a lot of girls in my life that don't like cockroaches. If I could probably come up with a way to prevent them from spawning, basically, that would make my life and their life easier. That's my goal. If it means I need to buy a CO2 canister and some type of Tupperware or whatever that I can keep this guy in, then good. I'll do that. You could also be a bit more mad scientisty and like mess with the body of these insects. I don't really recommend it, but you could. They're pretty much at your mercy. You're a giant in their world, and you could crush them quite literally, pretty easily. I don't know how smart they are, intelligent, like, socially. Or if they have the capacity to, like, you know, suffer from, like, a giant messing with them socially or culturally, or like ripping their legs apart or something like that. I don't know if they recognize each other. Like, do they have family? And like, if you capture one and then like do stuff to it and then return it, will they recognize it and be like traumatized? I don't know. No one can find out unless they do it, and I kind of don't think it's worth finding out, honestly. Because what's the point of finding out? Let's say we do that, right? And like we realize, okay, they don't get traumatized by it somehow. You know they don't. Okay. Well, so then like what? Is it okay to do it now, or like, what was the point of finding that answer? What the hell? Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm just testing. Got a notification that the microphone was changed to something else, and I was testing to see if it changed to the one on the computer, like, what's it called? On the webcam. But it's not. It's still the one on my shirt. Alright. I'm gonna charge this thing. Just gotta weave all the cables through. Speaking of weaving, there is that thing I wanted to do. With that big, the giant ball of yarn that's down there. It's gigantic and it's like brown yarn. I got it specifically Ah, crap. There we go. I got it to finish a project that I started on that I would not have had enough yarn to finish. I wanted to make a bag for myself. Basically a backpack of custom size and stuff to be able to carry any random thing. Like if I go to the store on my scooter and bring back like a cereal box or something. Or like more substantial food. I could just put it on there. It would be the size more or less around a backpack. Or like a fanny pack. And it would have two straps. One going diagonally across my chest and my shoulders. From like the top shoulder to like the opposite end. So the diagonal. And then another strap from that point around my waist. So that it is more or less secure. I'm not really sure on the size of it though. I could make two, I probably have enough for that. And I do have the hook. The crochet hook. I saw it earlier today, it's like right over here somewhere. I have two technically. A yellow one that's like 5.25 or something. And a slightly smaller one. That's like orange. They're both made out of metal. Just because that's the material I found at the store. I don't know if a plastic one might work better. It's not very heavy, so it's not like I would benefit from a lighter weight or anything. The thing I'm not good at is knitting. I could figure it out. Like I was able to do like a little bit of